Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ant Flow Show, episode 3. This is Tracy.
And this is Jackie, and welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. So today we're going to talk about what are the benefits of menstrual cups. So there are many, and we'll just kind of hit the highlights of that.
But before we do that, let's go over to our TMI moment. So if you would like your TMI moment read online, you're going to go to the website antflowshow.com.
And flow is spelled F-L-O, no W on that.
And let's hear your TMI moment, and we will send you a little thank you in the mail. So, like I said, today's TMI moment is coming from Hannah. So, her TMI moment, helping my friend put hers in for the first time.
Sounds interesting.
Jackie, have you ever needed help?
I actually have to admit that I did need help one time. I was trying out a new cup, and I had to get my friend to help me remove it.
That's a very good friend.
So this actually brings me back a lot to my experience.
Wow. Okay, back to Hannah's TMI moment here. She sat on the toilet while I showed her how to fold it, and then she told me just to do it for her, so I did. And Hannah, woohoo, has been using a cup since 1997 and loves it. So thanks, Hannah, for your TMI moment. So, Jackie, we're talking about the benefits today?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah. So for you, what's your number one benefit that you love cups for?
So I'm a busy mom, so I actually think that my biggest thing is the convenience factor, because let me tell you, when I'm packing up their toques and their hats and their gloves and their snacks and their blah blah blahs, do you think I could remember for the life of me to pack myself up several million tampons that I might need while I'm out? Nope. So that for me is one of the biggest benefits, is when I'm out, as long as I've got my cup, I'm good. I don't have to worry about having a million replacements in my purse.
Love it. And you also don't have to go to the store, because I'm sure everyone's kind of had the experience of like running out at 10 o'clock at night trying to find a drugstore that's open to frantically search for tampons when they realize they don't have any and their period has started. So yeah, you just kind of skip over that whole huge headache. So for me, I'm super frugal. So kind of for me, I think the number one thing that I love is how much money you can potentially save.
Money.
And I mean, tampons are just kind of one of those things that it's like you just got to use. And there's like, sure, you can get like the cheap, crappy tampons, but I mean, in my experience, they're pretty crappy, and it's like I don't like using them. So, yeah, they're quite expensive if you've been to the store lately. I mean, in Canada here.
How much? Yeah, I'm just thinking, and there's tax too.
Yeah, well, taxes in some countries, actually. There's people working to kind of eliminate that pink tax, which is like tax is charged on like, women's products. So some people have been successful in eliminating that tax on like tampons and menstrual care products, but not in all countries or states. So I think in Canada, an average box of tampons is something like maybe $6 or $7 would be. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's pretty accurate where we live?
Oh, geez, I haven't bought any for so long.
I know, I don't even know what the accurate
price is, but I think it's around $7 or $8. Let's go with $7 or $8.
$7. Yeah, I check once in a while just to kind of like see what's out there and see if they have organic tampons. And I'm always just curious about what I can find at a place like Walmart. So I do check once in a while, and they are around that price. So
$7 a box, and I would feel like you might go through one box a period, right?
Yeah, if you have a heavy period. Yeah.
So 7, and then if the average person is menstruating, let's say for 40 years. Mm-hmm. And you do the math on that, Jackie.
Oh, no. So let's say the average person would have a period, say like 13 periods a year. So that would be how much?
So 13 times 7.
13 times 7. This is a little bit embarrassing right now. Anyway, so 7 times 13, that would be 91. Is that correct?
Yeah, 91.
So let's just round it up to 100, because maybe you have some pads or whatever too. So let's round it up to $100 a year on menstrual care supplies. And then times 40 years. So you start menstruating maybe at around 12, and then you finish around, say, like 51, 52, something like that. So $100 a year times 40 years would be
$4,000.
$4,000.
Holy.
That is
Let's
a ton
go
of
on
money.
a trip to Mexico instead.
That is a ton of money. But of course, menstrual cups aren't free. So the average menstrual cup costs around, I would say, like $30 or something like that. And the companies recommend you replace them, say, like the Diva cup, for example, says every 1 to 2 years, but I guess most people would use them probably for like 5 years-ish. So in that span, you'd need like 8 cups. So 8 cups times $30 is $240. So
That is a lot of
it is
a lot less money.
3,700 or something like that.
36.
3,600-ish that you would save by using.
And that is definitely a lovely trip to Mexico.
That is a trip to Mexico. So the actual number is not so important, but let's just say it's in the thousands of dollars that you would save by potentially switching.
Okay, some money. And also too, I mean, I remember when I had babies, I thought seriously about the environment with diaper impact. And I mean, if you think about it, pants and tampons too. I think the environment, there's a huge environmental impact when you're using menstrual cups as well.
And I mean, I think about like the fact that half of the people, or actually over half the people, I guess, in the world are women, slightly over half from the latest stats that I've read. And let's say like maybe half of them are menstruating. And that's a ton of people who are using tampons and pads. And I mean, something like an OB tampon isn't actually that bad. It doesn't have a plastic applicator, for example. It's mostly made of cotton, but still there's like chemicals in there used for bleaching, and it's wrapped in a little bit of plastic, and the transportation costs in terms of like gas and energy to get them to the store and on the shelves and the paper or cardboard box that they come in. And just so when you think about kind of all those things, to me it adds up a little bit and kind of becomes this big impact when it's actually there's a really good alternative in menstrual cups. So yeah, I just think it's inspiring to me to think about like what happens when more and more people make the switch. Yeah. And just, I mean, imagine if every single menstruating person in the world had a menstrual cup in their hands, even if they didn't use it, but even if like, say, 2/3 of all menstruating people in the world used a cup, it's like a huge difference, So yeah, so spread the word and tell your friends about these products, okay? All right. And yeah, so the next one we want to talk about is capacity. So if you have a heavy period, these are kind of a game changer, I think. So if you listen to the last episode, we talked about the fact that Tracy has a pretty heavy period. So
that was the only thing we talked about.
That was all we talked about.
Personal details.
Yeah, there was a lot of those. So if you missed episode 2, you can check that out and find out everything you ever wanted to know about Tracy. But so the average tampon has a capacity of about 10 milliliters, and then the average menstrual cup is 30, or you can get high capacity cups that even are up to like 40 mils. So
game changer.
Yeah, so it's huge. So Tracy, just kind of, do you want to tell us a bit about your experience when you made the switch from tampons to a menstrual cup?
Well, I feel like I've mentioned this twice now, so hopefully this isn't boring, but that was the whole reason I started, was because I had to make it through a wedding ceremony, and having heavy flow, I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it through the wedding ceremony. So the capacity of the cup actually really has changed my life. I'm also professionally a nurse, and I've got long, hard work that I'm doing, and I don't often have time to stop and go to the bathroom. And so even, if I'm working on days where I have my period, it's a game changer for me. Capacity is huge. And my cup has a huge capacity.
It sure does. All right, so I think those are kind of all the benefits that I can think of, or kind of the main ones and the main reasons that people would make the switch to a menstrual cup. So basically,
did you also forget the fact that it is very cool and trendy?
Actually, that is quite true. So if you want to be like in the cool kids club, then join us. Join us in the cool kids club using a menstrual cup. Okay. And actually, it's not really a lie. Lots of people are talking about them. I don't know, maybe it's just because I have a website about menstrual cups, but yeah, people want to talk about menstrual cups a lot.
What's your website?
It is reusablemenstrualcup.com.
Oh, cup.
One of the menstrual cup companies, they have reusablemenstrualcups.com. So that is not me. I review cups, all the different cups on reusablemenstrualcup.com.
Okay. Well, nice to chat to you today.
And yeah, don't forget to check out our website at antflowshow.com, AUNTFLOSHOW.com.
We want your TMI
Yes,
moment.
submit them now. Okay. All right. Until next time, everyone. Take care.
Bye.